All right, so good morning, everybody. We start the morning off with the bottle calf. Slim Jim is getting a little plump. Hey, buddy. His mother is completely, utterly useless for him, and he's relying 100% on 6 liters of milk a day from me. So we should bring that up. We should feed him a little bit in the middle of the day, but we just don't really have the time to run around with these things here. I'm glad I only have one bottle calf, but one is enough because they are time consuming. Very time consuming. Okay, Slim Jim's a little aggressive. That's it. All right, so hopefully today we can start filling our grass silage bunk. We just finished that yesterday. If you guys didn't see that video, I just posted it. So we gotta clean out the bunk, gonna sweep it first, get all the rocks and stuff out of it. But before I do that, we gotta go move cows. Our Masso pasture, our new calves. But it's gonna be a little bit of a harder, longer move because we gotta move everybody down to the south pastures. And if you've seen before in other videos, it's a little hard to move newborn, or not newborn, but very young calves. They tend to just run and not know where they're going, so that's why I gotta do that right away this morning, get it out of the way, because it's gonna take a little extra time. So let's go do that. All right, so we're moving our water bowl here, just emptying it. So this is what we want. This is what they're doing. Snipping the tops of this grass here. Comes very coarse once it's mature, so this really slows it down. We don't have much. I gave them 2 pastures yesterday. They didn't really go to the first one. They came right to here, so it's enough. So we gotta go that way, and we gotta make our way down to the southern pastures. There's more bush on the southern pasture, so there's less geese that go there. They typically come up here, most of the geese, so there's less damage down there, and we're gonna have hopefully a nicer crop down there for the cows to graze in. So let's just hope it's nice. Last time I went down there, it was pretty good, so it's hopefully gotten nothing but better since. Just gotta wait on our water trough to empty out, then we can go down. Cows are destroying my trailer. Fucking heifers, eh? Get off the trailer. Come on, Jenny. They think one of these pails has mineral in it, but we're still waiting on our mineral. We ordered some last week. They brought some yesterday. It was the wrong mineral. There was a miscommunication between the English and the French. So, once again, so yeah, they think I have mineral, but I don't. So they are in desperate need of mineral. Okay, stop. All right, so they just come through the gate now into this old pasture we were in a couple days ago. Now we gotta go all the way down that way, following this line fence here. Go, girls. We'll go slowly. They follow the water trough. They're not gonna want to stay here because they know they've already been here, and there's not much grass here. I'm noticing a lot of heading out this grass here again. This is the same grass we had at Arnold's, I believe. I wasn't sure if it was a weed or not. This is different. This is a lot different. That's good grass. Alright, let's go! Up, Sassy! Up, Sassy! my madness has actually paid off. I thought I was crazy going this early into the pasture and going over all the pastures one day at a time. But I think it has actually promoted and started to make the grass really grow. Starting to see some nice regrowth here. It's only been less than a week. Oh, look at them. Here they come. They're running. Once they figure out where they're going, they kind of click. Ah, man, they're full of piss, these cows. They like it down south. I like it down south too, but their definition of down south is a little different. But it's still the south for them. These calves are tough, man. Look at them go. Any slight mild illness in a calf, you see it right away in their growth. Now, they don't get any signs of illness, not even like if they're not even quite sick, kind of sort of sick, you know, right on the verge, that affects their growth. But if they are 100% clear of any illness, they take off. Their growth spike is constant. So I think that's what we're going to start seeing here. They're just a little bit too young and a little too crazy. What's that, Sam? They can't stay put for 2 seconds. What's that, Sam? Grab your calf. Grab your calf. So they want to pair up, but they can't because their calves are running all over the place. Stop being a mom. It works better if the gate's open. They come down this narrow alley because it's kind of like a dam, so we call it kind of the bridge in a way. Damn gate was closed. Cows bunch up in a hurry. So we gotta get all these calves. Make sure they know where the hell their moms are. And they don't run back. And they don't wreck my tub here. Well, we already have. And it's not easy. They all ran back. A group of calves just led the way and they all went back. So, we're going to try this again. Hopefully, I'll be more on the ball. I got to get behind them and push them once they get running. So, the group of calves that lead the whole pack for some reason. I don't know why, but calves lead them. The cows should be leading, but. So, let's try this again. Hopefully the cows listen. Alright, so we made it. Everybody made it down. There's a couple left coming. But just gotta stay at the gate here, otherwise they're gonna run back. If they can't quite find their calf right away, they think it's back where they left them and they run all back. So now they're just looking around, trying to find their calf. Once they get the scent, then they know. Look, and got some wicked calves growing already. So we got one pair coming. Kind of good if you got cows and calves mixed up. Oh, there's lots back there. Still coming. The young calves won't know where to go, but if they're with the cow usually follows. Cows know where to go. Calves follow along. So when you get about 5 or 6 or even 20 young calves all together, they just zoom around like a bunch of teenagers. So, grass is looking a little better here. We got all the way down there to go. We got one big pasture here. Been meaning to section it out. It should be 3 or 4 pastures here. Should have a fence down the road here. 1, 2, and then back there there's another 3 or 4, maybe even 5 pastures we can make out of this here. So, but for now it's just one big pasture. They should be here for hopefully a week, I'd say. I don't want to push it too much, but a week would be enough, I think. So here we have Jenny 1 and Jenny 3. Jenny 3 is the third. Second calf from Jenny 1. Hey girl, you're reproducing pretty well. Got nice heifers, nice cow. Hey Jenny 3, are you just as tame? That's why we kept Jenny 1, is because she was nice and tame. If you're not gonna be tame, hey, what's this all about? You're not passing down your genetics. You're supposed to be friendly. Hey, Jenny 1 or Jenny 3. Jenny 2 is friendly. Yeah. I don't know about Jenny 3. Maybe she'll come around. Plan is to have 12 Jennies. This is going to be a good, funny joke. Well, it's moments like these that I wish I had my GoPro with me. We had like 5 calves when I come up here that were all alone. They didn't follow the cows down. So I had to walk them all the way down. Finally, they all got, eventually they went. They didn't go that bad. Except for one little shit calf. He decided he was smarter than everybody else and he ran off and he went everywhere. I ended up having to chase him down with a 4-wheeler and had a pretty good clip. I got real nice and close to him and just put my foot out and kick him over. And then he did a little tumble. And then I go jump on top of him. Then I grab him and put him on the 4-wheeler here. And then I bring him where I gotta bring him, basically. It's the last alternative. I want to say that calf was 400 pounds, but it wasn't. Maybe 100, 120 pounds. It was a little calf. He's not too old and a little bit of a midget. So I want to say it was a, for story purposes, it's a big calf. Strong, but he was tiny. Wee little thing. So this little switch likes to give you a little electric shock, even though it's not supposed to. It's a little bit old, but that just brings the power, isolates all the other areas, so we don't need power, and brings the power to where we need them now. So we have no power anywhere but where we need it, because we have high levels of resistance in the wires from branches and stuff, and less spread out the voltages over the area, the higher it's going to be. Technically, assuming we don't have any shortages down there, but there's a lot of grass and a lot of brush building up down there we got to take care of, so our power's not that high. All right, so we're at the Arnold farm, moving cows again. Grass back here is growing faster than we can keep up. It's nice. This pasture here, there's a lot of weeds. I was considering redoing it last year, but it might be turning around. We'll let the cows decide that. Anyways, I'm not sure if I closed the gate at the end of this pasture here. We may have already gone over onto the new one. Go check, but there's a lot of weeds here. They haven't eaten any of those. What I wanted them to come and get was just stuff here that gets old. That's what they've done. Come through here and clip this. It's already heading out with this stuff. They used to feed hay. Used to feed hay in the fall here. All the seed from the hay bales. Did a good job reseeding it here. So, see these cows, where are they? It's pretty thick here. So they were supposed to get moved here yesterday, but I left them because it was a pretty big pasture. I knew there was some pretty tall stuff. so could have been here a little longer. But they're doing good in the shade. Hey girls, in the shade. I got some real good stuff growing here. What's that, Seth? Come on. Luckily for them, the new pasture's right here, the gate. You don't gotta go far. What's that, Seth? Come on. What's that, Seth? So we got a buffalo fence. High page wire fence. Used to be a buffalo farm on the other side. Luckily, when they sold, they kept that fence up. That's a nice line fence. And I'm hoping I don't have to change the posts in my lifetime. Because they're, man, these must be 12, 14 feet. Oh, they're huge. I would hate to have to, man, put all those posts in. They're pretty sturdy though. They did a good job. They peeled them. Well, maybe they didn't peel them. Some of them they didn't peel. Anyways, let's go, girls. Come on. There, another pasture. This one's big. It goes, there's a kind of like an island of trees here that goes all the way around and it comes back out here. So that's the way they got to go back down the alley to get water. So they'll figure it out. I figure. I'll be here in 2 days or so. Just want to move all the cows into the biggest pastures right now. So I got some time off, and well, not time off, just more time to do silage. And I'm not running around too much, and I have time to focus on that. So as of my sowing here, we're good for a little bit. So just got to go deal with the other fall group in the back by the bush. They're fresh out by now and nowhere to really go. We might have to go into a hayfield. I'm going to strip a good section of the hayfield and we'll let them stay there for a little bit till their next pasture's ready, but we don't really have time to make that pasture either. So we're in quite the predicament. Just gonna hire it out, I think. Get a fence building crew in. I wish. Nobody builds fence around here. There's very little to no resources in this area for farmers, like as in help, you know. There's no custom guys. We couldn't get a custom guy to come in and chop. We couldn't get a custom guy to come, you know, do anything really. You'd have to maybe ask one of the neighbors, but as for fence building or any cattle infrastructure like cement block, bunks, steel water troughs, stuff like that, it's very hard to get around here just because it's not cattle country. We're not South Dakota, we're not Saskatchewan. All the cattle guys are out west, and there's very few of us still alive here in Quebec, but we're doing all right. All right, we're at the Constant Farm checking on what's left of calf. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. 17, I'm pretty sure I counted 17 last time I put them out, so. There's 17 cows here and 8 calves with those 17. Really? Could that be? It was like 9. Huh. Alright, just moving the heifers by the house. You can see across the creek here, that's where Devin cut last night. We're going to try chopping that today. It's not much. As for the heifer with the bagged up butter, no signs of calving. We'll see. Water's not leaking today. Not yet anyways. It's a good day. It's going to be a good day. So this is the pasture up in the bush where the fall group is. where we wintered the cows. See, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna, so the plan is to, we're gonna pass the, whatchamacallit across here after they're out of here. The pasture harrow. After, they're out of here. So they're gonna graze it down pretty short. But they got a couple more days here. They didn't want to leave now, but they're not gonna leave now. Their next pasture is this hayfield, a section of it anyways. We want to silage it, so they can't have it all. But that's why we're making the silages for the cows. So if the cows want to have it now, it's cheaper for them to eat it now than for us to chop it and store it and, you know, decrease the value of feed value. Is perfect when it's on pasture. So yeah, they're good here for a little bit, so that gives me some time to do some silage. So we're in the 6010 Kirk's tractor. Gotta take the sprayer monitor out. I got the dumper hooked up. Windows are somewhat clean enough for me. I'm not hauling. Devin's getting the monitors in on that one. Test out Devin's new dumper. If you guys don't recall, we made this last winter. Nice thing about this running gears, we got a big old safety chain. It's always got to be good to be safe. So, see if Devin's popcorn welds hold up. So let's get this monitor out of here. It's always a pain in the ass taking monitors out. Well, let's see if we fix this thing this winter, or we're gonna be back to square one. So there's a clutch that is on the head, and it's basically two plates of, I don't know, it's just flat steel basically. There's no abrasive on it or anything, and that's right on to Ryan's wasting a lot here. Yeah, those two, that clutch has a chain around it, and when you oil the chain, the oil gets on top of that clutch. You're not supposed to oil it, and that will slow slipping. So I don't know. So this is where the merger would come in handy. The merger I sold. I should have kept the fucking thing. That would have been perfect right now. Just shoo, throw everything over, throw it into 3-4 rows, ba-ding ba-doon, and we would have been done faster. But I sold it for a measly profit. But whatever, we'll get maybe 2 dumpers out of here. It's not much, and it's already dry. We got 1 dumper out of that field. Kind of a test run. It's kind of a test run to see if the chopper works, and he says he put a big wad through it and it worked beautifully, like he's never seen before. So we're happy it works. I'm just cleaning up this bunk. I already got half a wheelbarrow of junk. Figured I'd try the leaf blower. It's not quite strong enough. No, I got winds coming from the north, so that's not gonna work. I gotta go back to the room so we get all this concrete and everything cleaned up. All right, I'm glad I swept that. It was pretty dirty. I didn't realize until I got at it. I got 2 wheelbarrows full. Got to pick up all that loose cement at the bottom. There will be no contaminants in our feed at all. Some things you just have to get on camera, you know, the first dump load in the new bunk with the new dumper. A lot of new stuff going on here. Should be driving a new tractor, damn it. These Devon's welds hold up. That's as high as she goes. Oh, that's not very high. That wasn't a very big load either. Oh, that can't be it. It's not even half a load. Oh, that smell. Well, that's it. You guys could smell that. So, first load in. 300 more to go. I don't know, maybe 100. Maybe 100. All right, I took the truck up here to get to this bind. Saved me a trip with the tractor. Now I'm just playing the old guessing game. Can I back up this much just by guessing, you know? Oh, too much. Oh, God, this is gonna be long. How many times? I remember it took me like 20 minutes once to do this. It was so frustrating. What is it? Is it good? Yeah, perfect. All right, we're all hooked up. Would have been 5 years now that we wanted to sell this bind. Oh, I ran over some of Devon's corn. Well, 5 years ago, we bought a new disc bind, the coon that we have now that Devon's cutting with, and we wanted to sell this one. So I put it on marketplace for $8,500. We had a couple people, and then one guy really wanted to come look at it, and then I was just like, Greg, you know what the hell is this thing worth? You know, to us, it's not. Wow, you know, okay, it was probably eight grand. Doesn't mean you would have paid that. You know, what was this? Is this worth really $8 grand? You know, what are we gonna do with that money? That's not gonna. This bind's not gonna be able to do. You know, like this thing can do way more than $8 grand worth of hay cutting. So I said, fuck it, keep it. Dad was and then he finally came around and said, okay, fuck, we'll keep it, because it was getting a little bit worn. And yeah, it's not gonna last. Fuck, that thing's been going every year for 5 years now. Hasn't missed a skipped a beat, nothing. We just took half the workload off of it now, so it's gonna last even longer. And I'm super glad we didn't sell it, because now they're worth probably more than that. You could probably get $8,500 for this, if not more. We saw a little one sell at the auction for like $6,500. So this is maybe even more, $9,500. Anyways, I'm glad we have it. It's good to have a second machine. You could also almost have a third machine. That would be even better. I think the next one's a self-propelled, big John Deere self-propelled disc mower. That'd be sweet. Something we can just fly with. Yeah, that's me putting the grease gun away. That means I finished greasing it. I actually did grease it. These old girls got lots of grease fittings, but you know that means they're gonna last a long time. All the bushings are all grease. You gotta check the table. I checked there's a little side glass. There's a little side glass here. It's really hard to tell. And that's supposed to be half full of oil, so that the whole table is a big cast table with gears, bearings. Very complicated in there. And it's all submerged in oil, so it lubricates properly. No oil, no lubrication, bearing failure. Bearings get into the gears. Gears try to separate. Casting breaks. Bad day. So, lubrication, important. As you can see here, A is no bueno, not good. Empty, but it could be that it's not level. I saw on this side it was plain. Mind you, we have not changed this oil in a long time. So this side is full. It's gonna get a jack under it, make it level, make sure we have enough. All right, so we're halfway on our oil level there. Then we come over to this side, and she's gone down. Oh no, she's half. Okay, we're good. That oil should be changed though. It's been a while since we changed it. Should change it every year, but like I said, this doesn't get much work, but it kind of does at the same time. So we'll have to look into that. Once it warms up too, the oil's gonna expand and it's gonna show more on the side glass, but it's half like it should be. So we're good to go cut some hay. Check the teeth. Quick. Yep, they're all here. Flails, y'all there, ready to go. So we'll set it narrow. I think narrow or wide? I think narrow. Not much here. Oh, already back at this. I can't believe it. So we got a big old washout up here. Goddamn hole's gonna swallow the whole side of the tractor. It's big. It's a big hole right here. We gotta high raise foot spit. Gonna dump a load of gravel and everything. It's a little thicker here. Okay, so a hole no more. Dumped a full load of gravel, or a bucket full. This washout here comes out from the culvert, skips across the field like that, and there's a really wet spot over there, but it's all swamp down there, so nothing flows. But at least we won't fly into this hole anymore. I've been meaning to do that for a couple years now. Try to get rid of the big rocks. Be all right. I don't know what we're gonna do with those blocks, but we got more. Guess we have to go another row higher. We were expecting them, but I think we miscounted a little bit. That's fine. You can never have too many of these things. They're so handy. You can start fencing with these damn things. Permanent fencing. All right, 2 blocks left to go. I'm just piling them over here, get them out of the way, because we don't really need them right now. So my brother's cutting hay, and we don't want to cut too much ahead of the chopper. We don't have that big of a chopper and can't go that fast, so we don't want it to dry too fast, so we can't cut too much ahead of it. I cut this little field down here, and he cut the field in the back. That should be enough. for tomorrow, and then we're gonna cut again. So we're gonna have to wait until that's cleaned up until we get to cutting more. So I got a little bit of downtime. Don't usually have some downtime during the day, but I do, and I'm taking advantage of it. So we got ourselves a new box, a mystery box, and we're gonna open the box and install it on this machine. I gotta wash it. I gotta take this backrest off. The wife don't come with me no more, so that's coming off. I gotta get all these fly shit off of it. And I melted my boot on the pipe, so I gotta find a way to get that off, get that all shiny again. So, one box. So I had this Mohawk little, I don't know, kind of like a windshield just to take the wind off your chest, basically. It was better than nothing, but it's not better by any means. So I went ahead and got a, call it a bat wing fairing, and then I got the super high windshield, and then I noticed that the bolts holes, it actually comes down a fair bit, so you only got, it's actually pretty good. It's enough anyways. I got that in smoked color, not quite clear, not super dark. So I don't know if I have to relocate the headlamp, but we'll get into it. And I got this bracket, mounting bracket I have to put on. Then I gotta get going on ordering me some seals for this. All right, after hours and hours, finally got it on. No, it didn't take that long. But we need a relocate headlight. Headlight used to sit, this used to come down here and sit on there, but you can't do that. So we get this little, comes with a little block, a couple inch block that you can connect the two up there like that. So I'm gonna have to get that. I was gonna make it, but fuck it, 25 bucks. I don't care. It's got these little grooves in it. I need a mill. I really need a mill. If I had a mill, I could do it, but I'm sure I could fabricate that within a couple of hours. It would not fit and waste a lot of time, and then, no, for 25 bucks, I don't care. So, I kind of like it. We got this smoked lens to put on yet, so that's gonna hopefully really take the wind off of it. This is really high. I went with the highest one. I figured if it's too high I could cut it, but I'm not gonna cut it because it's got a nice curve to it and it's plenty high. I think this one was the 9-inch one. So let's get that bolted on, and then we can almost go for a rip. Almost. All right, so I ordered that piece for, that's gonna connect the headlamp to the base, but I was looking around. I already ordered it, mind you, but I was looking around. I got some of these nice bolts, and they thread right into this nicely. And we have a bolt. We have the long bolt right here. It goes up into there. So, me getting all fancy as such, I found a piece of hexagon shaft. It looks really cool. Put in the lathe here and turning the end down to accommodate this bolt. And they'll have to flip around and make a female side, but we'll see how that goes. It's a little heavy duty, but it's pretty cool looking, so we'll get going on that. Just gotta finish this up. I'd like to be able to cut threads. I gotta learn how to do that yet. because we have these little knurls on these end of this bolt here, gives us a little bit of traction. So I managed to get it precise enough where I actually hammered that in that bolt. I don't even need to weld that, I don't think. We're gonna test that theory real quick, but on to the next side. Machine project was going just great. That was in beautiful. I've cut and tapped nice thread in there. And then I come to realize I tapped 3/8 and this bolt is not 3/8. I don't know why I made that mistake. For some reason. I don't know why. But I'll show you how beautiful a 3/8 bolts into it. If I could find where I put it. Anyways, it goes in beautifully. The problem is the hole's too. I would have to drill the hole on the motorbike for it to fit. So I don't want to do that. So yeah, she's a behemoth. She's a behemoth of a bolt. So unfortunately, I screwed that up. So what do we do now? I can keep drilling into it and make a smaller tap and thread below that thread. But then my bolt has to be really long enough because this is drilled 5/16. And look at that. This bolt does catch, but not, you can't put enough pressure on it for it to actually hold. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the drawing board and make this proper for whatever damn size it is. It's not 3/8. No, that's no shit. It's 5/16. Okay, then we'll go to our chart. 5/16, 18 national course. I think that's course, yeah. 1764 drill size. 1764. Isn't that a maple syrup tap? 17. No, I think that's 1760. Why do they make all these fractions? God, 1764. All right, 3 weeks later, this is what we have. Not actually. So what I'm doing is just drilling more into the shaft and tapping a smaller thread further up. So that actually worked. I had to put one washer and I had to add a 1/2 inch longer bolt. But she's in, man. And I ordered that actual part just before I started this, so I might cancel it. Not sure yet. But I'm gonna go for a ride. So this went together flawlessly, except for they didn't send me. They only sent me 2 of these bolts. I did not lose it. They did not send it to me, so I ended up finding something that matches and good enough. Gonna write a terrible review. No, it doesn't matter. So this should be a good win delete kit. I think I'm gonna be fine. Because as I sit, this is about just clipping the helmet. So I don't know. We'll have to try. It's pretty sturdy though. These are clips, so they locked in properly. Nothing's going nowhere. Oh, it's gonna be like driving a barn door down the road, I think. There's gonna be a lot of resistance on the bike and I had to throttle through it, especially when big trucks come, but who knows? All right, sorry for such a long video, everybody, but if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It's for my motorbike. She's tip-top shape. I just turned up the handlebars. I found they were a little bit low. And if you guys have a similar setup or you're looking to buy something like this, I'm highly recommend it. It's called the Batwing, Memphis Memphis Shade bat wing fairing. So this whole setup was about $1,100. I had to buy the fairing itself, and then the windshield, and then the mounts. These quick release mounts. I don't know why they have quick release. I'm never gonna take it off, but if I ever do, it's gonna be pretty easy. And then you gotta order the headlight extension. But you know, I made mine. Looks pretty cool. It's hexagon. It's gonna rust. It's gonna be pretty gnarly. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Till next time.